Hey everybody, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra, always with Terry Johnson from Firearms Legal Protection, the head swami of legal operations there. And today we're going to talk, we've seen several videos with Deverick Woodfork on the channel, and Deverick did a really great job defending his family. One of the things that happened was that the police handed him his firearm back at the scene, and then asked for it back later to do some forensic testing. So I want to talk to Terry about the legalities of that. Now more than ever, you need trusted coverage to help you win the fight after the fight. The company I trust and recommend is Firearms Legal Protection. They offer discounts on all their plans at the link in the description. I recommend the premium plan. So Terry, first of all, you're amazed they handed him back his gun.
I've never seen anything like that. I mean, listen, generally if there's a shooting, specifically when someone has been shot, they want to take your firearm, and in a lot of jurisdictions, you'll never get it back because it's been used in a crime, right? Justified or not, it's been used in a crime.
But it wasn't my crime. My conduct was justified. It's not criminal.
Well, but you know, it's criminal against someone else, or someone else did something and you use this tool, and generally, it's very difficult to get that firearm back.
So, and now Terry deals with self-defense cases all over the nation. And
Right.
because of your work in the network with all these attorneys and with actual defensive cases. And you've never seen this before?
Not on the scene where someone, especially outside of the home, okay?
Right.
If you're in the home, maybe there's a 50-50 chance. However, outside of the home, for an officer just to say, here's your gun, thank you very much, my God, you're a great American, go about your day. Deverick, congratulations. You've made news that I've never seen before. Thank you.
Well, and he was still carrying that gun. And I was like, well, I don't know, you're 1-0 in gunfights with that gun. I mean, hey,
Right.
I'd keep at it, cool. But now, so for most of us, we should expect, if that happens, that we are going to have our firearm taken. We're never going to see it again.
Absolutely.
So maybe just a piece of advice for you, have a backup gun that is very similar to the gun that you carry every day, so that if that were to happen, you've got another one. You go home, pop open the safe, put that one on, and rock and roll. Now, that means if you're a guy like me and you carry a Wonder Blaster, well, you better have a backup Wonder Blaster.
Yes.
And there's that. Maybe another day we'll talk about that, about carrying a customized gun. We'll talk about that another day. But then later, they asked him to submit it for evidence for testing.
Yeah, and what I don't understand is, what is it that they're testing? It's one of two things.
Ballistics?
Well, and when we talk about ballistics, it's my understanding the perpetrator was shot in this, correct?
Yes. Yeah, once in the leg, once in the chest, and survived.
And here's the interesting thing. They're not going to get any ballistics off of that bullet. Just doesn't happen. Now, if they want ballistics off of the shell casings, maybe there's some shell casings there. But my question is, you've got me saying to you, this guy is coming at me. I defended myself. I shot him. Here's the gun I shot him with. What more do you need? I mean, I don't understand the DA down there. It makes zero sense to me.
The guy's still at large, man. He has not been charged or convicted of anything.
Yeah, I mean, imagine, I'm admitting that I shot someone, and this person is in the hospital or wherever, he ended up going at that point. And you mean to tell me I still have to do more to get a prosecution out of this? What are they doing down there? That makes zero sense.
Yeah, for him to show up to the ER and go, hey, I've been shot twice, and you go, hey, interestingly enough, you were in this vicinity and you showed up at the hospital with the same caliber bullet holes in you that dude fired at a guy. I'm no absolute genius here.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a pattern emerge.
And I've just never seen anything quite like this. Now, here's the thing. Could they get a warrant and demand the gun? Well, they could, but again, what is it that they're trying to do? And at that point, if he turns the gun over, will he ever get it back?
No.
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, and what is it going to prove? Because if they do, and they take it, and they say, oh yeah, the ballistics match or whatever, then you're like, well, yeah, but can you guarantee that was the same gun that was at the scene that day? Well, I said it was. And?
Right.
How do I establish that? Rather than saying, at the scene, officer took custody, put it into evidence, took it off this person who admitted that he'd been in a shooting, didn't have any other guns on him.
Yeah, and I've never, listen, it's not TV, and what I mean by that is, everything doesn't have to line up. It's just beyond a reasonable doubt, right? And again, Deverick is not being charged with the crime.
No, and he shouldn't.
he told you what this guy did. As a matter of fact, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I know the answer to this, you put a video of this on the channel, right?
Yeah, it's on the big channel, yep.
So if there's a video on the channel and we can see what's going on, why do the police need the gun? I mean, it makes no sense.
Well, this just shows us, friends, the actual legal system. We have the way it should work, the principles that it should work on. You muddle humans into the mix and weird situations into the mix, and you get odd outcomes.
Very odd. I've never seen anything like this ever.
So the big takeaway from this one, don't expect what happened to Deverick to happen to you, okay? Don't expect officer to hand you your gun back. That is an extreme oddity. If you somehow do get your gun back, cool. And we've had other people get their guns back later from the district attorney and then wonder, what the heck am I going to do with this gun?
Yeah. Well, you know, and here's the other thing, you know, shameless plug for FLP. Obviously, if you are a premium member of Firearms Legal Protection and they take your gun and you don't get that gun back within a year, we give you up to $1,000 to purchase a new gun. So if you lose it, you're an FLP member, don't worry about it.
$1,000? What about those of us that buy good guns?
Well, you know, John, if we all made money like you, we wouldn't have those problems. So
I wish. That would be amazing. All right, Terry, thanks for the knowledge.
Thanks, John.